Tenova we are developing a platform for offering, managing, and also creating virtualized network functions. This is a marketplace where has also abilities for SLA, accounting, billing of VNS and trading of VNS. And in our demo here we are showing part of the marketplace where we have the three main entities: service providers, function providers, and also customers of the service providers to enter the system of Tenova marketplace and do their interactions with the Tenova platform. So, as you can see here, we have, for example, I'm able to log in like a function provider, and this is the interface of the Tenova platform for the function provider. The function provider has developed a number of VNFs that is being offered to service providers. So you can see here a list of these VNFs, and also we have the ability to go and see the VNFD of each VNF and also edit the VNFD of each VNF that is in YAML editor. If I go here, I can create a new VNF. I'm not going to do all the whole process right now because we have to deploy an image to OpenStack and it will take a lot of time waiting. But just to say a few things, that the function provider can create a new VNF by entering basic information, then VNF composition, which is virtual links connecting this VNF, either to connect later to this VNF other VNFs and create a network service, or provide access to this VNF from outside, to someone from outside. Lifecycle events, for example, background scripts for the lifecycle management of this particular VNF, scripts like starting, stopping the VNF. SLA parameters, for this particular VNF we are defining the proper SLA and say that if we exceed, for example, this threshold, an example could be CPU utilization that exceeds a number, 80%, then we have to offer to our customers a discount. So we have to define what is the SLA offered by this VNF. And finally, billing information, how much does this VNF cost to set up and also to purchase. This is that was the function provider user interface. I can log out and enter with the second entity, which is service provider. Service providers are offering services to their customers, so here at my services I can give a list of the services offered by this service provider, and also by clicking the NSD I can see the NSD file, and again through a YAML editor can make changes to this NSD. Also I can create a new service. So the service provider wants to create a new service by selecting the appropriate the VNFs that are available by function providers and create a network service that he would like. As you can see here, I have the VNF types that are available in Tenova. I have a traffic classifier, session border controller, transcoder unit, home gateway, security appliance, which is a firewall, this one, and finally proxy. Of course, these are the specific examples that we are using in Tenova, but can be any type of VNF in reality. And depending on the price offered by function developers, decide which VNFs he would like to offer in his service. Again, I'm not going to go through the whole process, but just to say a few things. We have basic information of the service, like the name, the description, the version, and the number of version. We have SLA parameters again, specifying what is the correct functional state of this VNF by some monitoring parameters. We have networking, connecting, defining virtual links that interconnect this VNF to other VNFs, so creating the network service. A forwarding graph that is the result out of composing a network service out of VNFs, lifecycle events for the whole network service this time, and assurance parameters, again defining what are the parameters, the monitoring parameters that tell us that this network service is in correct functioning. And of course here we can define some type of actions that might happen if we exceed out of these limitations, like let's say the CPU utilization goes greater than 85%, maybe the service provider would like to offer to its customer some type of discount. Finally, I'm logging out again and entering as a customer. This is the graphical user interface of T-Nova Marketplace for the customer. We have here the services that have been instantiated by this particular customer, and also he can browse the available services offered by service providers and decide which one he would like and purchase it. Let me give an example. We have a proxy service demo. He can purchase this particular service. I'm going to choose here basic and give it and then instantiate this service. The instantiation, again, it will take more or less 4 minutes, so better not to wait. But as you can see here, has been added and is showing that the instantiation takes place. So, I don't know, until this finishes, I can give you a quick look to the OpenStack horizon. These are the VNFs that have been already instantiated. As you can see, these are a lot because I've been pressing this button, instantiating new VNFs each time. And this is the Grafana dashboard for one of the VNFs that we have, which is a proxy. It's based on the open source project Squid, maybe you know, providing a proxy. And this is our monitoring data that has been saved to the InfluxDB time series database. And through Grafana project, which is this dashboard, I can see the progress of this monitoring data taking out from the database. The first two are generic monitoring parameters that we are measuring, like CPU usage and memory utilization. But the rest of them are related to the function of this particular VNF, which is, as I said, the proxy. So we have cache hits per second and this kind of service of metrics that are being monitored. So that's all.
And how do you see the potential use of these results as a tool for promoting and selling virtual network functions to channels? Should Italtel want to sell their own VNF to third parties, to system integrators? Would that be possible through this tool?
Completely, this is about T-Nova, and what we are doing is creating a marketplace for trading and deploying and managing VNFs. So that would be the perfect one for this.
Can I ask you a question, please, Eleni? What were the partners involved in this project? Can you just list?